How to sew a French seam. I have a couple pieces of just scrap fabric that I'm going to use to demonstrate. What I want to do is I want to sew this edge to that edge while creating a nice seam that can be presented from both sides and the raw edge is enclosed. So in order to do that, I'm going to do what's called a French seam. Now I'm going to be using a 1/4 inch seam allowance to start and then a 1/2 inch. You can use a 3/8 inch to start and then a 5/8. At any rate, this is the 1/4. The first step is to place your pieces with the wrong sides together. Right sides up, wrong sides together. And then match up the edge that you're going to sew. And like I said, this is going to be a 1/4 inch. That's what we're going to start with. So with my wrong sides together, I'm going to sew 1/4 inch seam. After you sew your 1/4 inch seam allowance, you're going to want to press that seam open. To press the seam open, you're going to open your panels. Open the panel to reveal that seam on the top. And then you can just sort of push it open with your fingers a bit. But you want to really get that seam pressed really crisp and really open. So I'm going to be using my iron with steam so that I really set it. Now after you, after you press your seam open, you're going to fold your fabric so that the right sides are together and that edge that you just made, the new fold, is pressed. Fold that together nicely and press it again without burning yourself. Okay. After we've done that pressing, the next thing that we're going to do is to sew 1/2 inch along this edge. So it needs to go on that way, but that's only 1/2, or my folded edge. I'm going to sew 1/2 inch. Then you're basically done with the sewing part. All you have to do now is you want to press your seam. You're going to press the edge to one side. There it is. And my raw edge is enclosed inside of there. Now in order to do what I've just done, like I said, now you want to press it, is you're going to need an additional 1.5 inches of material in order to do this seam, using 1/4 inch to start and then the 1/2 inch finish. But that is how to do a French seam.